Hello everyone, my name is cobrien. I'm going to do my presentation on North Shore Elder Services. The North Shore Elder Services is a private, non-profit corporation that was founded in 1976. It serves as an aging service access point and also an area agency on aging. It provides services for elders in Massachusetts North Shore, which includes the towns of Danvers, Marblehead, Middleton, Peabody, and Salem. Services they provide include dining, family and caregiver support, money management, case management, home care, grocery shopping, transportation, and health insurance support. Okay, so the service area, North Shore is located approximately 20 miles northeast of Boston and is part of Essex County. It's about a 30-minute drive into Boston, barring traffic, and about a 40-minute train ride. The total population of the 5 towns included in the service area is about 147,210 people. The average household income of Essex County is about $85,000 a year. Certainly there's some, just between the 5 towns, there are some towns that are known to be wealthier than others, such as Marblehead and Salem, whereas Danvers and Peabody tend to be more working class towns. And then Middleton is much smaller town. It's only about 8,000 total population, whereas Peabody and Salem are about 40 to 50,000, and it's mostly just farmland. Historically, it was an area of leather tanneries in Peabody and Danvers, also bustling seaports of Marblehead and Salem, and then it was also home to the infamous Salem witch trial. Today, the economy is largely based on healthcare services. There's a large number of hospitals and service-based organizations within that area, and also biotechnology industry. There's the highway Route 128 runs through essentially most of these towns, and with the building of that highway, there was a large number of biotechnology companies that came into the area. Okay, so here are the demographics for 2010. The total population is over 65. There's about 24,000 people. As you can see, the 55 to 59 make up most of them, and then most of the portion of people, and then it slowly goes in much more of a triangle pattern as you move up to 85. And as you can tell, also females tend to make up more once you get to about 80 and above. There's quite a bit of growth in 2020. The number has grown to total people over 65 is about 31,000 now. The growth of the 65 plus is about 25%, and the growth of just the 85 plus is about 24%. And as you can see, the female ratio is getting much more skewed, especially after 85 and onwards. But as you can tell, it's still maintaining that triangular pattern. Alright, moving on to 2030, the growth has gone up to 40,000 people, and from today it will be up by 61% in the over 65 and about 52% in the over 85. So as you can see, there's quite a large growth in the next 20 years. And a lot of that is coming from the baby boomers, which we saw back in the 2010 demographics, where those folks were about 50 to 60, and so now they've all of a sudden been reaching 70 and 80 over the last 20 years. Okay, so moving on to male to female ratios. As you can see, earlier over 65, it's about 1.46, but once you get to over 85, it moves up to 2.15. So as you can see, moving into the 75, 80, 85 range on the graph there, the difference between males and females becomes much more significant. Moving on to 2020, it's essentially the same ratio, a little bit different, but I mean, it has the same pattern with, over 65 is about 1.37, and then over 85 it jumps up to 2. So, I mean, the difference really becomes in later life between males and females. And again, here in 2030, it's essentially the same too. The numbers are a little bit different. The ratio of 85 plus here has grown a little bit since 2020, so the male to female difference has become much more significant. And essentially, if you look at a little bit under 2,000 males over 85, and then almost 5,000 males, about 4,500 females, excuse me, over 85. So that's quite a difference there. So what are some of the implications for this? As you can see on the graph on the left-hand side, this is the total population pyramid for 2010. You can see that the baby boomers there are about the group between 40 to 60, and they are really what is impacting this growth in the 65 plus population over the next 20 years. So as they age, they're moving up within this pyramid, and this group is moving up. So what does this mean for North Shore Elder Services? Well, they will see a higher demand for their services in the future, and this will be great for business, but this also may cause a strain on some of their resources, because as a area agency on aging, they are dependent on essentially state and federal funding, so it could put a strain on some of their resources. So certainly this service area, as you know, the baby boomers currently make up the majority of the population, that will move into the future. So I think overall the North Shore is going to need to look at how do we prepare, most of the rest of the country, how do we prepare for the aging baby boomers. Thank you, everyone. Hope you had a nice day.